President Trump has warned suburban voters that a Biden presidency would hurt the housing market with new policies that could lower their property values.
They're going to be opening up areas of your neighborhood, which they're doing, and now they wanted to expand it. They're going to, in my opinion, destroy suburbia. And when they go in and they want to change zoning so that you have lots of problems, where they want to build low-income housing, you want something where people can aspire to be there, not something where it gets hurt badly.
Joining us right now with reaction, the founder and president of the Center for Urban Renewal and Education and author of that book, Necessary Noise, Star Parker. Hey, Star, good morning.
Oh, good morning. Good morning.
Well, so the president says that Joe Biden would destroy suburbia. I think part of what he's talking about is Biden's plan on fair housing and the zoning. And Joe Biden has said this, and then we'll get your reaction. As president, Biden will enact legislation requiring any state receiving federal dollars through the Community Development Block Grants or Surface Transportation Block Grants to develop a strategy for inclusionary zoning. I have no idea what that means. That's why we've called you in. Explain it.
It's called a threat. And it's one of the reasons that maybe we should start dismantling the relationships that we have with the federal government and do things more locally. Look, it is not the federal government's job to diversify neighborhoods so that people of different income levels can live together. That's what the Biden-Harris plan is. Their housing policy will do exactly what the president said. It will dictate to suburban and rural zoning communities and affect their laws. They'll dictate from Washington, D.C. They will then impact, as a result, the local rents and the local housing prices. They call this eliminating sprawl. They do not like the suburbs. They don't like the suburban values. You know, don't forget, liberalism is entrenched in big city urban, and
right.
They don't like the values of the suburban. So they want to, in the name of environmental justice and removing our carbon footprint, they want to control the suburbs. So that's what this is about. And make no mistake, they will come into the suburbs with everything that they've done to destroy the rest of the country in our hard-hit inner cities. And that will be what reflects in our local communities if they are elected.
When Biden and Harris are talking about the HOME Act, that actually is from Cory Booker from the state of New Jersey. That's what he has suggested. But explain, why would they go to the suburbs and how would it impact? Let's say it happens in my neighborhood. What's going to happen to my home prices?
Well, what happens right now is HUD controls the marketplace when it comes to how we deal with those that are not able to buy a home and or that think that they have housing prices. Why we have a federal government involved in housing in the first place is a question we should be asking ourselves. But what has happened as a result is they have basically controlled rents and destabilized the market when it comes to the value of housing. So if your community, you said your local community now has to put in urban housing or housing complex, low-income housing is dictated by HUD, that's going to destabilize your current prices, which are on the marketplace. So
essentially it's NIMBY, not in my backyard, is what people would think. But they wouldn't know that by what they're talking about.
That's not fair.
Okay.
Well, no, because see, there are solutions. That's not fair, because this is what the left tries to do, is say, well, you just don't want us coming to your neighborhood. You just don't want poor people there. No, actually, if they really wanted to help poor people get a better life and maybe a suburban life, then they should just voucherize the whole thing. Let the people live anywhere. Right now, the government controls where our poor live through their Section 8 and through HUD, just all of the programs of HUD. So, no, that's not fair. This is about control. It's not about whether suburban people want others in their communities.
I gotcha. Star, thank you very much for explaining to us.